Hi, my name is William Metcalf. I'm a financial planning associate here at Wiser Wealth Management, and today we're going to be talking about inheriting a property. So before we get into the options that you have when you inherit a property, an important concept to understand is the concept of basis and step up in basis. So the step up in basis is when the decedent, the person that passes away, passes the property to the beneficiaries. The value of this property gets stepped up to the current fair market value. And so the basis, or the number that basically represents your investment in the property, gets raised up. So if you were to turn around and sell it, the basis amount is not taxable. So say you had a $500,000 property that gets stepped up to that $500,000 basis and you sell it for $510,000. The $10,000 is the only amount that will be taxed. So that's an important concept to understand as we go forward. So for the first option would just be to keep it. And this is obviously really good if your family has like a lake house or some sort of property where you can create memories and have family time together, and that's something that you would like to do. The risks or the pitfalls associated with that would be just the cost of maintaining a property, insurance, or potentially a family dispute if you have multiple people who inherited the property with you. Owning a property with multiple people can sometimes be challenging, and they may even want to sell the property because they need the cash or something like that. And that brings us to our next option, which is selling the property. And obviously that's a good option if you need the liquidity, you need cash. It's another, because of the basis rule that I just mentioned, it's also good because it's another way for people to pass wealth to their beneficiaries, and it's very tax advantaged. So if you were to turn around and sell the property within a very short period after inheriting it, you're going to have a very small tax bill, most likely, because that step up in basis rule that I mentioned earlier. So selling the property is a good strategy if you also have a plan to invest the proceeds wisely, or some sort of plan that you're going to employ as opposed to just taking the cash and kind of letting it sit. So the third way that you could take an inherited property is to rent it. And there are some challenges associated with that. People often claim that rental income is sort of magical, or that it's blanketly just tax-free, and that's not entirely true. But there are a lot of tax advantages to a rental property. So that's a good thing. Depreciation is one of those. So as you have rental payments coming out, you can depreciate the value of the property down and take a tax deduction for that. Now, there are some pitfalls with rental properties. Obviously, dealing with tenants is not always pleasant. If you decide to go with a property management company, they may take over 10%, sometimes more, and then there's setup fees and other things off of the monthly income that you're producing off of that property. So sometimes your margins get really thin. So that's something to be aware of. Another thing is depreciation recapture. So if you've had those income streams and you've been depreciating the property, when you go to sell the property, the government wants to then tax the amount that you depreciated over the time that you've rented the property. And so that could be a large tax bill all at once. And if you're not planning for it, then you're going to have a big tax bill that you may not have been aware of. So that's an important consideration as well. The bottom line for all of this is just to remember that you need a plan with whatever assets you're inheriting. And so, of course, here at Wiser Wealth Management, if you have an inheritance property, you're looking to make this decision, maybe you're not sure what direction to go, we would be more than happy to help you through the financial planning process and how to handle this blessing that somebody has left you. So thank you.